If good music could be like a bottle of wine, aging, and I think this EP is exactly that. I think it was at the very end of the pandemic, so it was one of the first steps we took outside in the real world again, and we recorded music with only musicians during a week. So we were practically living together 24/7 and recorded a bunch of music that then became the Hoogeloon EP with 4 original tracks. If I were to do this now, I would not approach it the same way. I never worked with musicians that way, especially not that high level, because they were all musically trained. Second, they were all touring musicians. And third, it's worth mentioning, they all live from their music. So to do this as a guitarist, to do this as a key player, sound engineers and assistants, I think the drummer had 19 or 12 different microphones just to capture his own set. I could come into with inspiration, but in a certain way we let go. And this is why this creative freedom was so important. And there was this one guy really standing out, it was Jimmy, the drummer. And he helped me in this project a lot because he was the glue between me and then the engineer and then all the musicians.
What happened like that week was like, we had no boundaries. We were just vibing, we were just playing, we were just like feeling. So when Maxim came in, I maybe thought like, okay, I don't really get his music yet. I don't really understand what it's about. I like it, I think it's exciting, but I don't think I can already communicate on a certain level where I can translate on with my band or with my instrument what he would like to hear.
You know, the first morning I got up, I was, nervous, of course, because who am I to direct a complete, a bunch of crazy musicians. But the first session was actually like a jam. And I remember telling the guys, like, keep going, like, and they said, are you sure we don't do anything? And then they came back to me and said, this is really funny and strange how you think, because we as musicians don't think that way. You think directly, you see an idea or you hear an idea and you want to create something with that idea.
Maybe also some of the more band guys like I am, think of electronic music producers like they're just setting up like this grid of like a kick note on every quarter of the beat and they're just building up a track. But what I didn't realize is that like guys as Maxim think about every kick drum on every beat. As I said, I think it surprised everyone. I think it will surprise his fans as well. I mean, it's a complete different thing from what he normally makes.
The most important thing, again, I repeat, is that it's timeless and it's still there. The music still stands there. Otherwise, I would never maybe talk like this about it and make so much effort about it with the team and releasing it after so many years. But I think the biggest accomplishment is having instrumental music without any singer-songwriters, and that this music is telling a story on its own. And I didn't figure it out yet for myself, but I believe more and more that music is able to survive in time, and that I'm not sure, this is a really open philosophical question, but are our own minds changing towards the music, or is this music evolving in time? And I think this EP could be some kind of answer to this. I think that people should ask themselves that question: how will I, or should I, listen to this EP? Because it's not something you put on just before going out to a club. It could be, but maybe you should consider listening to it like you would watch a movie with your friends, like, let's do movie night. That you have the right sound, you have the right setting, maybe a glass of wine or you drink something else, a good tequila could be nice. And then you enjoy that music because it's 4 tracks that I'm going to choose like the track order. It's strange, because I never had it that music was lying down in a way, like a good bottle of wine. I consider it like this, and aging before releasing. Normally there could be like 1 year maximum between a release and a creation and then a release. Hey, that's for me, I'm not judging anybody else. but now we are talking like a couple of years. Now I understand way more how a band works, an orchestra works, and we as DJs often work alone, which is, it's okay. And just to be, it's not a criticism, it's just I get so excited when somebody asks me, would you like to do this more? So my answer is yes.